smoke, bitch, I got.
Hey, turn that shit up, mate.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2, gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. We up in here today. We up in here. But before I get going, right? Before I get started, right? Devin Haney's gonna knock out Regis Prograde because he got Amir Khan in his camp. Shout out to my nigga Big Dog Willie. Amir Khan is training Devin right now, teaching him how to do that speed punch. You know, Amir Khan got him out there training him right there. But yeah. Peace and blessings. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. All things, peace and blessings, homie. You the first one in, the last one out. Skills from New Orleans, peace and blessings. My boy D1, Nate Dog, salute, King. Shout out to Big Dog Willie in the building for the first time. Appreciate it. I already got you wrenched up, Willie. All things, black all day, even at nighttime. My God, peace and blessings, King. Cool LJC26, peace and blessings, homie. Yeah, all right. So now, we up in here now. Everybody else will be in here in a little bit. But before we get started, I'm going to tell y'all about this preposterous thing that they're putting out now. Now they want you to believe that Tyson Fury and Ngannou did $1.5 million. Now, I ain't saying it's not possible, but they had them numbers the same day as the fight. So unless they got Miss Cleo over there, I'm not saying it's not possible. J.A. Dixon, salute. Reggie Mulligan, salute. But the reason why I say I'm not saying it's not possible, but then I think about it, do y'all know what time Tyson Fury and them fought. They fought when Florida State was going against Wake Forest, when Colorado was against UCLA. They fought when Wake Forest and Ohio State and damn Michigan was playing. So let me ask you a question, right? Do y'all think he already strapped up, Nate? But do y'all think that they sold 1.5 million pay-per-views with college football on? Shout out to my guy, Big Dog Will. He said, I like to talk ish. You know me. Salute you and this motherfucking chat. And that's from Amir Khan as well. Peace and blessings, Big Dog Willie. But yeah, they want us to believe that Tyson Fury sold 1.5 million on college football. Now, everybody know what that college football be like in the United States of America. Everybody know that's where the gambling spots is. Everybody trying to get they 6 and 4s. They trying to get their bets in. Because I know I try to get my bets in every week. On my pick 4s, my pick 3s, everything. You feel me? So you're not going to tell me that they sat there and sold $1.5 million on college football's big game day. You're not going to sell no fights on college football. You're not. Especially when you sold it at 5 o'clock. That's when number 4 Florida State was kicking ass. You had Kansas State was playing TCU. You had Texas Tech in there. Like you had, matter of fact, you had Oregon and Stanford and all them playing. You had Washington playing. You had some good games going on. You had good games going on. You're not running no pay-per-view on college football season. People don't realize it, but ESPN, for one, doesn't even rank boxing as their top sport. Boxing is like the 4th sport on ESPN. Yeah, big dog. It would have to be overseas, but overseas, that pay-per-view is 25 pounds. And they're not paying for that thing overseas. This shit was in Saudi Arabia with the Prince. You know, they don't even really put out that many. The Prince don't really push the pay-per-views like that because he make it seem like if you're not there, then you're not included. It's not all inclusive. You're not exclusive. So, you know, in the Saudi regime, they try not to push pay-per-views because they want to keep it away from the apartheid. You know, they want to make it feel like you're not special if you don't go here. So if you're not special, you don't make it to that event. So they're not putting it on the damn pay-per-views. So, you know, it's a whole system they got going on with it. But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, they didn't do no 1.5 million. And it's funny because they say Jake Paul did 1.5 million as well. Like everybody's just coming out with that number over 1 million pay-per-view buys after Tank Davis. Like they're all trying to come at Tank Davis with that after that right there. It's because they trying to tear the brother down. But I'm glad. I'm glad that they did all that. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: Bob Aaron would have came out and said something. They did 1.5 million. But I'm glad that the UFC and I'm glad that they're getting this hype behind Francis Ngannou. I hope they really believe that he stands a chance to fight Deontay Wilder, because I can't wait till Deontay Wilder gets in that ring and he gets a chance to get that bag that Fury set up for him. And see, this is what we call just dues. This is called blessings. Like you always hear Deontay Wilder say it, blessings. This right here is what we call blessings. And Deontay Wilder, he always calls it blessings. Because look, they took Deontay, they shitted him, they did all this and that, you know, ran my man through the mud. Deontay got this bum off a couch. And they literally ran him through the mud, publicly assaulted my guy. Like cheated him any way they could, just so they could take away his greatness. Because one of us, when we're strong, we scare them. They're scared of the possibility of what we are. Because our greatness, they try to dim the light. Because we intimidate them. Because they know who we are. We intimidate them. So they have to see us fall. Like if you listen to that punk ass Teddy Atlas, he talk about, I can like Wilder now because he has lost. The hell you couldn't like before when he was 40-0, knocking out everybody that's been in the ring with him. But you can like him after he lost. No, you can like him after he's looked vulnerable, after he doesn't look so invincible. Now your pride and your scaredness can let you like him. It can let you, and see, they like that. When we look invincible, that scares them. And they want to see us fall. They want to see us break. And that's what that was for Wilder. That was a public, that was like buck breaking. They tried to break Deontay Wilder in front of us, but Deontay Wilder wasn't going for it. Robert Hill, peace and blessings. Deontay Wilder was the symbolization of a man, and he wasn't going for it. He wasn't going for it at all. And he stood strong, even though they cheated, even though they assaulted this man with a deadly weapon. Yes, that's what a boxer is, a deadly weapon. And this is what they did to this man in front of the world. And they still let it go on. This man still came back and fought us all. He still didn't break us. Yes, that's the bomb squad. That's the meaning of bomb squad. Who do you... Big Dog Willie, Washington Husky gonna beat the hell out of USC, bro. What are they giving USC, like 30 points, Willie? How many points are they giving? Because USC is not ranked that good in there. I think they might be giving. Well, I think Washington might be giving USC like 20 something, because I know Oregon was giving USC like 24. It's gonna be more than 24 because I think Oregon gave USC like 24. Because UFC gave Colorado 14. And Colorado almost beat, well, USC beat Colorado with 7. And daggone Oregon gave Colorado 35. Oh, Washington got a lot of injuries. Well, hell, they still hurting people. They still popping people's tail. Washington looking good this year. They surprising people. Yeah, but they don't want another Ali. Just like they don't want another Floyd Mayweather. Like they try to stop our trends before they start. Like they don't want to see us evolve or rise, because they know once we do, they can't control the narrative. Not just that, they can't control us. And that's what makes our boxing so great. Because even if you try to block it, even if you try to hold it down, even if you try to smother it, you can't stop greatness. Like Jerron Ennis is 31-0, and they still not trying to get this man a shot. This man has more fights than some fighters have in their career, and he has not had a championship match yet. Terence Crawford got a championship match within his first 14 fights, and Earl got it within his first 20. Well, no, I think Earl was 22-0. Fighters like Earl and Boots, it's hard for them to get fights because they're the boogeyman. But one thing about Brandon House, salute, big dog. But one thing about the cream, it rises to the top. You can't keep it down. And Boots at that point now where a person got to put up or shut up versus him. And see, once Boots get his first belt, ain't stopping it. The Boots run through 147, 154, then 160. I feel sorry for anybody in that man's way, because he's going to walk straight through him. And ain't nobody going to slow him down. Smoking Bud's Revenge is in the building. Peace and blessings. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody want to get here and cook? Y'all know how we do. I thought I dropped it earlier, but I made a mistake. Hold on. D Free in the building. There we go. But yeah, they hate to see us win. They hate to see us on top. That's why they seen Fury's glove bending back. They seen his fist through the glove at the wrist part, and they didn't stop it or stop this man from fighting. They didn't find this man. It's because it's a system to break down one of our fighters. They don't want to see us. They don't want to see us righteous. Big Dog Willie, welcome to the show, bro.
What's up, Upper?
I can't call it pimping. I can't call it.
Yeah. So, man, go ahead, finish your spiel. I'll start talking in a little bit.
All right, but yeah, that's all I was saying. I was saying that they don't want to see us. They don't want to see us big. They don't want to see us great. They don't want to see us in all our glory. Because when one of us is undefeated and one of us is like that, it makes them nervous. It makes them nervous because it shows and Deontay Wilder is the show of our invincibility. He's a big, strong brother that stood up into the face of adversity. He took down 40 of the opponents. They could not beat him. The only way they could beat him is to cheat. And then they tried to break this man. He is not broken. Still, he is strong and defiant. They tried to publicly tear this man down in front of us, in front of the world. They had it worldwide televised to watch this man get brutally assaulted. And that's what it was, assault with a deadly weapon. They let this man get assaulted. They let him get mugged. They let him get tarred and feathered, basically. And then they act like it didn't happen. And that shows us that they don't care about us. They don't give a damn about us. They just don't want to see us rise. And they will do anything to put their foot on our neck to keep us from rising above it. And that's the way it is. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all people, man. We mean nothing, especially us Judites. They hate the tribe of Judah. And they keep trying to come against it. And now they got the tribe of Ham coming against it, which would be okay. But Judah stands above all. And I'm just letting y'all know. Hey, I'm glad Ngannou getting his bag. And yes, Ngannou, you deserve it because you don't get nothing over there. But, brother, you go against the Bronze Bomber, you going to sleep in the first 3-4 rounds, bro.
We know that. We know that. But see, what happened with the whole Fury thing, he couldn't use his, he couldn't lay on dude, hit him behind his head, couldn't do none of that.
He couldn't wrestle that man.
No, that man was, that man's strong.
Oh, yeah, he's strong.
That man's strong. And then I watched the fight and he lifted him up with his little forearm and Fury's neck and kind of pushed him. Boy, I was like, Fury would look shook after that.
You see what he threw Fury ass down.
Yeah. He never been manhandled like that before.
Man, what got me though when Fury threw that elbow, I said, bro, you gotta cheat to beat this guy.
Yes, he had to cheat.
The whole world seen that, bro. Like, I was like, wow, you just gave boxing a bad fucking name.
Because think about it wasn't really a boxing match.
Shout out to that whole boy and Mike Ritter. Peace and blessing, y'all. Yeah, he just gave boxing a bad name. Like,
it wasn't. Yeah,
MMA fighters coming to boxing. This man had to cheat to win, bro. That's like LeBron James going one-on-one versus me or you, big dog, and he hit us with an elbow and spins off us to go score, bro. Like that, you had to cheat to do that, bro.
Yeah, that was bad.
A vicious one. That was a real elbow. Like that man didn't even try to punch. He had that thing tucked in the wing spot from the damn.
Yeah, that was some Dick Buckets back in the day elbow to the face. That was cold. That was cold blooded. That was cold blooded, man. That was wrong.
It was. But that show you how that motherfuckers get when they get scared, man. They got scared, bro. And see, he was doing it to Wilder, bro, and they didn't say nothing about it.
Well, Wilder, I mean, he's so much bigger than Wilder, and this is the thing about it. He wasn't the first fight. He wasn't all up on Wilder. And Wilder was tagging his ass. He's like, "This fight, I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm just going to lay on him and hug him and hit him behind his head, and lay on him. And the referee's not gonna call shit and let him get away with it." And so that's what he did. And so against Ngannou, he couldn't do that shit. Ngannou's too big and too strong, too thick. That's all muscle right there. You know what? Ngannou, what 270, 5% body fat, that type of shit.
He weighed
no African strength.
He weighed the same amount of his Fury, but his was
yeah.
Man, that motherfucking Ngannou looked like Goliath out there, boy.
Yeah, like
He
Black
had
Incredible Hulk.
scared, bro. He had him scared as shit. That
Fury
man
That's a
had
couldn't
big
tight.
he
nigga.
couldn't lean on him, couldn't put his weight on him for real. He was shocked, like, oh shit, he giving some resistance. Like it was
He
one
gave a
time
lot of
they got into
resistance.
the clinch and Ngannou threw Fury. Fury was like, what the fuck? Like,
Man, when he
Yeah,
grabbed
he
Fury by
never.
his arm
Yeah,
and threw him to the ground, that's when I said, whoa. And you can see it in Fury eyes. Fury was like, oh, Lord. And he was like, what in the world? And that's when Fury knew he was in trouble.
and them gloves too. Yeah, I see Fury gloves. He had actual padding in them motherfuckers.
Yep.
yeah. He thought it was gonna be a cakewalk. That
He
nigga
trained for 1 week. I know he trained
learned
for
the
1
hard
week.
way.
He thought that shit was gonna be, he thought it was gonna be easy, but I'm glad about it though, because like I said, now the Wilder and Ngannou fight, that's gonna be so big because everybody talking about Ngannou beats Wilder because of Fury's fuck ups, right? And they say that Ngannou's one of the hardest punches in the. My bad, you got dumbass motherfuckers talking about he is the hardest puncher in the world, which is
In the
damn,
world.
which is false. But hey, the UFC, the MMA crowd, that's one of the biggest crowds out there, and
They'll
they
pay
want to
for it.
see that fight. So it's gonna be a hell of a payday.
They'll pay for it. The MMA crowd, they'll pay for it now. They're gonna be pumped,
Oh
and it's
yeah,
gonna be a sad. Oh yeah.
I don't think
I
it go
hope they
more
make their
than 3
money.
rounds, but I bet that thing does over. That shit could probably do 2 million pay-per-view buys easy.
If you playing with the undercard, they get a real good undercard on top
That
of it.
do over 2 million. Because
Yeah.
that damn Conor McGregor and the Embiid did 2.5 million. You feel me?
What did Floyd do with that dude with McConnor? Well, whatever his name is. McGregor.
That shit was over 3 million. Like that's the Floyd versus Conor McGregor is his second highest payday.
Yeah, see.
His first highest was Pacquiao. That was over 4 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, that Pacquiao shit was ridiculous.
But Conor McGregor was right behind it.
That makes sense. All them MMA dudes.
He did 4 million with Pacquiao. I can't remember what he did with Conor. I think he did like 3 or 2 with Conor.
It's like 2.9 or something like that.
It was something, yeah. Because after that, it was either Canelo or I know Oscar was 1.7.
Was it Canelo?
No, Oscar was 1.7. I
I
think
thought it was Canelo. Was it Canelo after him?
Canelo was after the Conor one.
Oh, after McGregor?
Yeah. McGregor was his second highest. I'm thinking Canelo was either his third or his fourth.
And then what about what did Cotto get? Cause I know Cotto was up there.
You talking about Cotto versus Floyd?
Yeah, Cotto. Yeah.
It wasn't up there with them. These are
was it Marquez? Who was it then? Was it Marquez?
These are the top 10 all time. Bruce Gas.
Oh, you talking about top 10 all time? I thought you were just talking about Floyd fights.
Yeah. I'm talking about the top 10 all times. Like
okay.
Like, Floyd got 6 of the top 10, or either 5 or 6 of the all-time top 10.
Yeah. But Mike Tyson is like what, number 5 against Lennox Lewis?
Was up there. I think they was like number
Holyfield. Okay, that's right.
I know. I remember seeing Holyfield in them up there. Hold on one second. I'm about to tell you right now. That shit bothered me. I hate when that crap happens. Hold on, people.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
I was talking to the chat too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here we go right here. The highest making boxing matches over the years. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. The fight of the century. They sold 4.6 million pay-per-views, right?
Yep.
and the tickets was $1,500 a piece at the MGM Grand. So they did 333 million pay-per-view and had $58.7 million gates.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And those are the cheap seats, the $1,500.
Yeah, they made $678 million off that fight.
Yeah.
Floyd's purse was $223 million. Pacquiao's was $122 million.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, damn, they made almost $700 million off that fight. Number 2 is Floyd versus Conor McGregor, right?
Yep.
Okay, pay-per-view. Let's see, pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, they did 325 million on pay-per-view.
How many people? I mean, how many what was the count?
4.4 million.
Wow. I didn't know it sold that much.
Yeah, 4.4 million, and the gate was 44 million. Damn,
That's it? That's it? 44 million for the gate? That's it?
Yeah, that's the second highest gate.
Okay.
Pacquiao.
I'm thinking, my fault. I'm thinking, never mind. I'm thinking something different. Okay, go ahead.
I said Pacquiao gate was 58 million. You know,
yeah, okay, 58. Okay, 44. Okay.
Yeah. And you know, so damn, Floyd made 223 million. Conor McGregor made 70 million.
Floyd be getting over.
Yeah,
Hey.
dude. Number 3 is Floyd versus Canelo.
Okay.
It wasn't that much. But
Well, comparing to everybody else, it was a lot though compared to now.
it's number 3, but he did 120 million on pay-per-view. They sold 2.5 million pay-per-view.
That's still a lot of people.
Yeah, the gate was 22 million. Hey, guess how much Floyd made?
Well, 180 million?
65 million.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay.
Canelo got 9.7. Hey, he shitted on Canelo.
Hey, you know what? That fight got Canelo what he is now, though.
Yeah, but you know he was giving Canelo all them fights on the undercards and stuff.
Yeah,
but I think that was the purse. The purse was 65 million and Canelo's was 9.7. The total money made was 214. So you know it's back end money getting paid too, though.
Yeah.
Floyd versus Oscar De La Hoya was number 4 though, and Floyd Mayweather purse was 20 million. Oscar's was 42 million. The fight made 187 million. So, and number 5 was Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. So Evander Mike was number 5. I knew it was somebody that was number 5. And Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis was number 6. But you know what's crazy? They got Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis at number 6, right?
Right.
But they got an asterisk by it. And
for what reason?
And they got an asterisk by Holyfields as well. And they got Tank and Ryan sitting right there too.
Oh, Tank and Ryan's out in there too?
Tank and Ryan is either 5 or 6. Because of their Tank and Ryan's gate is higher than Holyfield and them gate. Their gate was only 20 million. Tank and Ryan had a $25 million gate.
Well, yeah, put inflation in there though too.
Yeah, I think that's money back in that day right there wasn't worth what it was now. Money right now, that thing right there, it kind of people don't understand that inflation. Like back when I was younger, people won't even think about it. We used to have 25-cent bag of chips. Them same 25-cent bag of chips is damn $1 now, bro.
$1 and some change, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
You know what? Because you know what it is? Because we're working now.
Not what it is. They trick people by
I'm just joking. I'm just joking though. That's what you see it. So
that's by giving us that damn what's it called? That stimulus.
Yeah, that stimulus fucked us up.
Yeah, they gave people that stimulus. People think that stimulus is helping us, but what it really did was give us inflation so they can put us in debt. That's all that stimulus packet was. So it's
There's
all
a lot of
good.
shit going on. That plague, I mean not plague, but the pandemic, and there was a lot of shit
Yeah.
going on.
But yeah, all right, Jonathan Park, salute. Yeah, let's get into this boxing though, y'all. So up first, we got Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. And I feel like Shakur got the toughest opponents out of everybody. But with him having the toughest opponent, his fight won't be as tough as everybody else's because Shakur Stevens, like I said before, is the goods, people. The man will make this fight look a lot easier than what it is. Like, I feel like Shakur Stevenson, I told you the only thing Edwin De Los Santos is going to be able to do is try to disguise the speed of his shots for the first 3 to 4 rounds so he can try to lull Shakur into a false sense of security. Then he's going to try to change the speed up and catch Shakur slipping. But Shakur has been in there with masters, people. He trained Bud Crawford for the Earl Spence fight. He's been in there with Jerron Boots Ennis. So you got to realize a lot of fighters like Bud Crawford has said that Shakur does things that he can't even do. The kid on a different level, people. And I feel like this is the fight that he needs to separate himself to come through and show. Because like I say before, iron sharpens iron. And yes, you can learn a lot on a sparring, but sparring isn't real life. And until you get them hot ones coming at you fast, it's not going to be the same. Anybody can practice, but when you're in the game time, that prefers a different situation. And I feel like that's what's going to happen in that. What do you think about that fight, Willie?
You know what? I think Shakur, to be really honest with you, has the best IQ in boxing. And that's just what I think. I don't think nobody can outmatch his IQ. And I'm coming from like all the way down, all the way up. Edwin, I think he has a puncher's chance. I mean, he's good, but his defense is suspect. He's mainly offensive. And so, and I think Shakur, I think they just play right into Shakur. I think Shakur is going to just pick him apart for 12 rounds, and Edwin is going to get frustrated and start winging at the end of the fight. And that's all I think he's going to do. Because I can't. I mean, Edwin's a good fighter, but I don't see him doing. I don't think he can figure out Shakur. I don't think he can figure out Shakur at all.
Hold on. I seen Edwin De Los Santos go against my guy, William Foster III. And William Foster III, I picked him against a lot of people. But Devin and them didn't give him the shot. So he moved from 135 to 130. And he's a killer. And I've watched him and him and De Los Santos go at it. And the cream rose to the top. He ended up outboxing De Los Santos. It was a learning experience from De Los Santos. But William Foster, I would put him against any pure boxer out there. The boy is good. His brother's a heavyweight, Ben Foster. And the boy is real good. And Edwin De Los Santos, that was a fight that pushed his skills up. That's why I feel like Shakur is about to have a great fight against a great fighter. I feel like Shakur versus William Foster would be a fight of great magnitude. I feel like that'd be like Richardson Hitchison versus Devin Haney, a pure skill match. But unfortunately, he dropped down to 130 now because he's changing the champion. Because ain't nobody trying to give him no work up here, so he dropped down in weight. But yeah, Zenith, salute. So yeah, give me 1 second. I try to fix this mic real quick, Willie. You go ahead and talk.
Okay.
Try to fix this.
Oh no, I'm just listening to you. I got nothing to say.
And I said, hold it down on the mic.
Oh, hold it down. Hold it down.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know what to say. Shit, I'm just now waking up. Really. Shit. When he fixed his mic. So anybody in the chat, What do you think about what happened yesterday? I'll bring it up because I have to. Um, with KO going back and forth with with Bill. I'm just wondering because it was a sight to see, and I never seen Bill that shooken before. I never seen him like that. So I mean, and honestly, to be real with you, I think if Devin spoke more and didn't let his dad talk, I think Devin will get a little bit more. I would say I wouldn't necessarily say respect, but he'll get people will trust him more and think about people like us will trust him more and will do more to support him. And I mean I support the man, but his pops be throwing monkey wrenches in a lot of the shit he says. It's shit that his dad say shit, and Devin don't even know what his dad's saying half the time. So that's why I think,
That's because his dad's a slick talker, though. He be getting his son in some situations, and that's why
yeah, he does.
I be like, damn, people be wanting to like him. And yes, Zenith, you right. Yeah,
It's not Devin.
here.
It's not Devin. It's his dad.
Can
That's
you
what
hear
I'm
me?
trying to say.
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I got you.
Yeah. What you don't realize is that his dad be putting him in situations, and that's the reason why he has to stand up and do this shit because he's in a certain situation. And like,
Yeah, because it seems like sometimes he don't even want to cap. I mean, it seems like he just tries to, kind of say what his dad says because his dad say it. So he kind of had to, he started. I'll be honest with you, he started this shit with Shakur, and his dad started this shit with Shakur, and it just now it's out of control. You got
yeah,
two
but
young men, huh?
his dad tries to fast talk, right? So his dad always act like he has an angle. But see, I want people to make sure that they don't punish Devin for his dad. You feel me? But if you
And
notice, Bill's been doing his rounds around YouTube for the last couple of days, right? He's trying to
yep,
do cleanup duty because his son got caught in a lie. And see, I think that's why Bill does most of the talking for him anyway, because his son ain't used to talking, because he ain't really used to doing all that talking. Salute Bullet Gibson. His dad ain't used to doing. He used to do all the talking for him, so he gets tripped up. But see what Bill messes up at, he'll sit there and he'll just say some crazy shit. Like
yeah.
we caught him on ETB one time, right?
I remember that. I was there. I was there.
You was there when we was up there. Salute Freaking Fly. It was me, Money Brown, and EBT up there. Remember he tried to lie to us about the Ali Act and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about why they was calling out Tank when they already had the Camboso fight. He tried to lie.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that well, and that's when he got caught up with that shit and
Yeah,
trying to say
he
he
ran
can quit
his
or
ass
he can step out of a fight.
Yeah, we ran his ass off the platform that day. He even got the fuck out of ETB. But that's what I'm saying. Like they're using Tank name to market. That's what they're doing, and they've always been doing that. It's like that's why I like Shakur lately because Shakur is not trying to use Tank name to market. And see,
Nah,
I tell you, Devin Haney is about to do over 1 million pay-per-view buys. What if I tell you now? Either he did 500,000 or over 1 million, and that's what's gonna come out. And watch, Albert Islam said it first. Now they're gonna come with over 1 million buys now because they're gonna rectify why he has to be the A side versus Tank Davis.
whoa,
Like
whoa, 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 what upper echelon? Who's going to get over 1 million buys?
that's what's gonna come out.
Oh, you
That's what's
mean
gonna come out.
it's going to be made up? Okay, I thought you were saying it's going to be for real. I'm like, hold
Okay,
on, man.
remember they said Terrence Crawford did 150,000 buys on BLK Prime.
And
Y'all
did he
forgot
do that
about
much?
man? He did under 10K, bro.
Was it that bad?
It was around 6K because you had to buy
I believe it. I believe it.
the subscription to get the fight, and
Oh yeah,
they only had like 5,800 new subscriptions. But you have people like Blue Blood and them pushing out that he did over 150,000 buys. He didn't do
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know you had to
$1,000.
get a subscription just to watch the fight. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't do over $150,000. That's what he didn't do, and that's what I said after the you said Shakur's using Devin Haney's name to market frequent.
Here,
No, I'm
see,
gonna tell you
here,
like this. I'm gonna tell
here
you
we
like
go with that shit.
frequent. I'm gonna tell you like this, and you know I keep it real with all of them. I know Shakur put Devin in the situation: either you fight me or get rid of your belt, and he dropped his belt. I mean, there's nothing we can say about it. And I seen an interview where Shakur didn't bring Devin's name up. But I also see that Steven Espinosa asked them before Tank came out what they trying to do. They said they moving in another direction. And that's facts right there. They moved in another direction. They said they're not going in that direction. And we can't act like that did not happen. But see, I just get tired of the whole situation. I just want to see them all fight. And
Hmm.
I hate the fan base. It's like we could be supporting all of them. But
Yeah.
back when I was back there watching fighting, you could support all of us, bro. Like it's like
Hmm.
y'all splitting up all their fan bases. These fighters could have a much bigger fan base, but the fan bases are making it toxic for the fighters. Y'all make it seem like you can't like Devin Haney and you can't like Shakur and Tank. It's like you got to pick one or the other. It's not like that. When did it have to be like that? I liked it Roy Jones. I liked it damn Floyd Mayweather. I liked it damn James Toney. When Roy Jones and James Toney fought, I liked it both of them. And I was
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
See, yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Fernando Vargas, De La Hoya, um,
I
uh,
love that shit,
fucking
bro. I love
Trinidad.
it. Like those were my two guys about to
Yeah.
hit. Now I'm about to see which one of them is the best. Like they were both about to hit, bro. Like they was the number one, number two pound for pound fighters. Roy Jones was number two. James Lights Out Tony was number one, and he was the underdog. Roy Jones was the underdog in that fight. I think
Was
that,
he?
huh?
Was he?
Oh yes. James Tony was like 58, no, bro.
58.
Man, James Tony was the James
No,
fight.
Jay Tony was nice. Jay Tony was nice.
Yeah,
He's real nice.
he was the number one pound for pound. He had like 20 more fights than Roy. Tony had a lot of fights. And who said that? Who said Loma? Loma what? Loma was. Zena said Loma was a baller.
Loma was a who? What about Loma?
Hold on, I'm reading what Zena said. You said it's not the fan base of Zenith. No, it started with the media. It started with the media of Zenith, and then the fan base is trying to steal the other fan bases and stay. And then they try to dag on. It's the fans that's doing the toxicity, though, Zenith.
Yeah, we are doing some. We are, and I'm
It's,
saying we because I'm part of that shit too. We are.
yeah,
I try to say I'm not, but I be talking shit, and so we are part of that shit.
you know, it be returning it now. You feel what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
I'm saying is like, just think if we all supported Devin, we all supported Shakur, we all supported Tank, they will be much bigger. If you look at Mexicans, they support all their people. Them fighters from England, they support Anthony Joshua. They support what's your boy Chris Eubanks. They support
Joe
Derek,
Brook, Miracon, all those cats.
yeah, Derek Chisora. They support him. They support all their fighters, especially when their fighters go up against a U.S. fighter. They be riding hard for their fighters versus us. But we be segregated around with the European fighters over the American fighters. And I don't have nothing wrong with the European fighters, but if it's anybody from America versus another country, I'm cheering for America. That's where I stay at. Deontay Wilder was an Olympic medalist. He medaled for the Olympics. And you got Americans choosing Tyson Fury over him, bro.
Yeah, really.
Represented the country of America.
Black men too.
Yeah. America, and you got Americans picking.
I think your speakers. I mean, your mic is messed up.
I was reading Zenith. He said, "I'm talking
Oh,
where it started. None of this happened to Devin and his Cappin daddy came out bringing us spars to build the name off Tank. Then started to attack and Tank, Gary, Shakur, and Tio. Yeah, I admit, Zenith, Bill and them came out. They was trying to do the Floyd Mayweather approach. You know, Floyd Mayweather. You know, he got paid off people hating him.
but
You know, he,
you know what, Upper. He didn't start doing that after he was super established, though.
no,
He
you know,
started doing
Floyd.
that after. He
You
started
know,
doing that when he
you know why?
became money.
Yeah, after he became money after the Oscar fight. 'Cause you
Yeah,
know
that's
why?
when he was started. Yeah, but he was already. But he was way higher at that point than Devin is. Devin
Yeah,
needs to.
but see why
Yeah,
Floyd did. But see, Floyd also fought more champions than anybody in history. The closest one is Pacquiao, and he's 7 away. Floyd fought 23 or 24 champions. Pacquiao had to make his career last longer and longer to try to catch up with Floyd. But Floyd fought the most champions in history. And the thing is, they seen Floyd made all that money. They made all that money off of people hating him, wanting to see him lose.
yeah, yeah.
And said, I said that's what David and Bill trying to do. They trying to get infamy. They're not trying to get the love. Yeah, they want the love too, because you know people still love Floyd. Well, I think more people hated Floyd than loved him.
No, there more people
Just do.
hated Floyd.
Peace and blessings, just do. But more people
Oh,
hated Floyd than loved Floyd, and they bought Floyd fights every time just to see him lose. Like, especially if you look at the two biggest fights, one was against a Philippine, the other was against a Caucasian. Like they wanted Conor McGregor only and Floyd only sold like 100K less buys than Floyd versus Pacquiao. It did 20 million less, and they did over $600 million. That's shows you the root of the racism. Now, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's second fight had over 8 million streams and did like 800K. Come on, man. It's always against the different races. It's tribalism. And
yeah.
see, us Americans, we the only ones that don't that don't cheer for our own, bro. Like, if one of our own is a black man, we cheer for somebody else. Like, we will sit there and cheer. We will sit there and cheer for somebody from a different country, a Ukrainian, over our people. Like, we got
Yeah.
our people that sitting there fighting for medals, and we would cheer for another country over our own. You don't see other countries doing that. You don't see English people cheering for Americans versus an English fighter. No. Earl Spence came on to fight Kell Brook at Sheffield. They were throwing brownies and batteries at this man, dog. Like, people take their sport seriously. You go to Mexico, you fight one of the Mexican fighters. Oh, Shaggy Foster was getting robbed in public. We seen it. The announcers was robbing him. The lady called for Halo.
And that lady was something else. She was something
Yeah,
else.
Claudia Ferrejo. I think that's her name, Claudia Ferrejo, or whatever her name is. Now, see, that's blatant. That was a blatant robbery. That was right in our face. And guess what? Didn't nobody care about that? You know why? Because they was cheering for their guy. It's about making your guy win. Like the mafia. The mafia used to make their people win. You gonna take a dive. You gonna make somebody win. But they make us feel bad for cheering for our own.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I hate that we all separate. And instead of cheering for our own, we tearing our own down. Like, I hate the stuff that Bud Crawford did. You know, I feel like he did a lot of stuff that he shouldn't have did. But the Crawford and Bud fans sat there and tore each other the hell down. Still tearing each other the hell down.
Yeah. And fights over.
Fights, they messed up them people. If we was really their fans, we would still be building it up instead of tearing down them a chance to get a rematch for some big bread. I dropped the link. Everybody can get up here and talk about this right here. You know, this is an open panel. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, they got us in the mindset where we tear down each other. Like, Tank and Shakur, Tank and Devin, or Devin and Tank. These are great skill fighters. These should be big up fights. These should be like Tyson and Holyfield, Tyson versus Lennox, or Lennox versus Holyfield, or Bo versus Holyfield. Like these should be memorable fights. These are skilled fighters right here. Look at Morales versus Guerrero. Like that fight was so great. They ran back 3 damn times, and that was their little guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they have great memorable fights because their fans support it.
Them days, man, it's because we got internet, man. We got social media, so you can be very. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I remember back in the day. This is my first heavyweight fight. I mean, first fight. And I wouldn't say heavyweight fight, but first fight I ever watched in my life. Um, it was between Hagler and Hearns, and my dad put me on his lap, and we were watching the thing. And I just remember my grandpa was going for Hagler, and my dad was going for Hearns. And this was like a little party, fight party back in the day in the '80s. Grandma cooked some fried chicken. We had, how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they were going at each other. My dad and my grandpa was going at each other, and until the fight was over and it was all cool again. But during the fight, they were man. But now a fight can end like Bud and Spence, and niggas still fighting.
Hagler and Hearns, that was a great.
Hey, you're breaking up.
You got the cure first.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
So you got the cure first, and if your person lost, okay, he gets running back some time. It's like people hold
Up or you're breaking up.
here to make the fight, or the run it back, or the take. You really got it with lose that. Like it's like oh, fighting no more. Not like the old character, but I feel like those with that so be up once you say it. That shows you're different. But you know. Who the hell is Zenith going at? What do you mean you were parading women around, Zenith? I mean, frequent. Hen dog salute. Yeah, well, there's a lot going on in the. Yeah, Bullet, y'all. I dropped the link right there. He said Haney to sign a contract, but there was never. What he was saying though, frequent, he was telling Haney like, "Look, I'm trying to fight you." He was trying to build up the fight, like like Bill and Devin trying to build up the fight. So they say Shakur was giving the fight exposure, so when him and Haney did fight, it would be bigger. That's what I thought was happening. But either way, I mean, he did try to make the fight, and it didn't happen. Hey, y'all give me. Hold on. Hey, go ahead and talk for a second, but I'm trying to get this StreamYard fixed. Go ahead, bro.
My bad. I was walking with my daughter at the park, walking the dog and stuff. What was I'm trying to see what was Big Dog was just talking about because my wife called me and kind of messed me up, so I was kind of lost for a minute.
Hey, Big Dog, you still there? I think he might have clicked off.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm if we talk about the Wilder situation and stuff, I'm looking forward and waiting to see what's gonna happen with Wilder. We
Brian King salute.
talk about the Devin Haney situation. I'm looking forward to December 9th. We talk about Shakur Stevenson situation. I'm waiting to see what happened with Edwin De Los Santos. I hope Edwin win. Um, I think your boy, they were talking about on KO yesterday, and I think you said this as well on your show. William Foster, I believe, fighting on that card as well. We should see what's going to happen with that. Like I said, I love what y'all was
Mm.
Big Dog, what Big Dog Willie was talking about.
I know what I was talking about, right? I
Yeah,
was
what you
talking
talking
about
about?
how we got separated fan bases. Our fighters could be bigger.
Oh yeah. I agree with you with the separated fan base. See, and like Big Dog would say, with me, I don't take it personal. I don't really take it personal. Of course, I'm gonna go hard for Devin. That's my favorite fighter. And then, I feel like people attacking him, we gonna all attack back. But I don't have no hatred towards none of these other fighters. See, it be guys that be taking this too hard. Like, bro, relax. Bill do be
Yeah.
capping. He cap. I'm a Devin Haney. Y'all know I'm a Devin Haney fan. I can say he cap. But a lot of these other guys cap too. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like people just hound on my guy. You know what I'm saying? But Bill also be
It's
saying some
cause
real stuff.
I would say because Bill's so present and he's so right there. And it's because
Yeah.
Bill's always there trying to damn defend it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like that. Because Bill's always right there.
I think that's a good thing though, because he
EB
he at least he's out there,
yeah,
to be touched by the people though.
yeah, EB
Whether you don't
sweat a
like
lot.
what he's saying or not.
Hey,
My
Teach.
fault.
Hold on one second. Teach. The most money would be for Wilder. That's the only one that's gonna get the biggest money is Wilder. And EB sweat a lot. Salute. Me, bro, all I'm saying is like a lot of them people be capping everything, but I've noticed like if you fight people real like our fights back then, we would have different fan bases, but we would come together and battle fight. Like I read off the top 5 fights. You see Tyson and Holyfield was number 4, and then it was Lennox Lewis. It was Lennox Lewis number 5 versus I forgot was it Tyson or Holyfield. I think it was Lennox versus Tyson was number 5. But they had different fan bases, but they came together to watch the fight. See, these fan bases are toxic. And even though I hated Bud and the shit that he did, I bought all 4 of Bud's fights. I bought all 4 of them. Even though damn BLK Prime tried to double charge me, I bought that fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I bought all of the things that he had because I respect him as a fighter. And I see that he can fight his ass off. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm gonna pay for it because it's good. Plus, he's one of my own. You feel me? He's one of my own, so I pay for it. But
Yeah.
Rob, Luke King,
I can say this though, and this just from my observation, because a lot of guys like to hound on the pay-per-view numbers of some of these younger guys. What you can see, I'm gonna say, at least from my interpretation, what you can see is Devin Haney fans, such as myself, we buy Tank fights as well.
mm-hmm.
But the Tank fans, they don't buy the Devin Haney fights. And that's obvious by the numbers.
I do.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I know
Teach,
you do. I'm saying I know the people
yeah.
y'all that have platforms. Y'all do. That's why I
hold
don't never trip.
on,
Yeah,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
Well, hey, Teach, Eddie Hearn sitting out there throwing out false propaganda. If Ngannou fights AJ, that would not be the most money for Ngannou. If Ngannou fights Deontay Wilder, they would do over $1.5 million. They would do over. I mean, they'd do over 1.5 million buys. Eddie Hearn and them keep trying to steal the fights away from Wilder. They stole the Tyson Fury and them stole it already. Ngannou versus AJ would not do half of what Ngannou and Wilder would do. Because first, Ngannou and AJ will be on pay-per-view in the UK. The UK is only $25 daggone pay-per-views for one. If you do it in the United States, they got the US boxing fan base, which is huge. The United States boxing, you see Tyson Fury had to come to the US fan base to get it. You see Anthony Joshua got his first loss coming to the US to do a pay-per-view with Andy Ruiz over here. The United States boxing is the mecca. Everybody tries to fight the United States. If AJ fights Ngannou, it wouldn't make half the money that Wilder and Ngannou will fight. Because Wilder is considered the bomb squad. He's considered the best heavyweight that was out there. He's considered the man with the iron hand, the right hand of God. And then they say that Ngannou is the hardest puncher. Wilder versus Ngannou, that sells more than, matter of fact, it sells more than 2 million pay-per-views. AJ can't hope to do that. That man is pot shot. AJ is a shell of himself with PTSD. That would not do the same. All right, Bullet, my bad. You still there, Bullet?
Yeah. I was responding to the guy in the chat. But yeah, like I said, I agree with that as well. They obviously stole Ngannou from Wilder, knowing that Wilder been trying to fight all these other guys, the real boxers, but the other boxers been ducking them.
But
So
he
you
had
know,
first. Like Wilder and Ngannou was supposed to have been first, and Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn and all them slid in to take that from him. Like they keep
yeah,
trying to take everything from Wilder. They don't want to see Wilder succeed. That's the problem.
because they know if once Wilder have another fight, his number is going to prove his numbers was always better than Fury's. That's just the
Yeah,
common knowledge. Like it's going to prove that shit.
man. Look, I just read what Conor McGregor and Floyd did. They did 4.4 million. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd did 4.6. You feel me? Wilder is a heavyweight, and Ngannou, he got the whole UFC behind him. Wilder and Ngannou could break the pay-per-view scale, honestly. But it's a lot of people streaming out here now. But I'm pretty sure they can do well over 2 million, like easily, because they got the fan base. Wilder and them had 8 million people streaming his and Fury fight. It was over 8 million streams. They'll be on a more secure platform because they got all the streams because of ESPN and shit. People streaming the ESPN app. But you know, they gonna get a lot more if him and Ngannou fight, plus the back end. And it's crazy because I hate how Eddie Hearn and them always trying to take Wilder's fights. And he still ain't put AJ in the ring with Wilder. AJ is a shell of himself. Don't nobody want to see AJ get beat by Ngannou or get in the ring. Well, I think AJ beat Ngannou because AJ is a real fighter. But if he do, he gonna fuck up the bag for Wilder. And I just hope Wilder can get a chance to get in there and damn make history and then retire. But they don't want to see that. They hate Wilder. Like I said, Wilder is the symbol of black dominance, bro. Like the man was 40-0, or 41-0.
Facts.
He was 41-0 with 40 knockouts. Everybody that's been in the ring with him got knocked out. Even Tyson Fury got knocked on his ass. You feel me? But see, the crazy thing is, people like even Teddy Atlas said, I can't like Wilder until he lost. And when he lost, that's when people started liking him because they wasn't so scared of him no more. Like he didn't seem like an invincible giant no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like he seemed invincible, and they had to get a way to tear him down because it made him nervous because he used to talk loud and all that right there. But now he done lost, and they showed him getting beat in front of the world. That's why a lot of them streams happen. Come on, man. You telling me you can't shut down 8 million streams like you couldn't stop? Man, most fights, they be shutting them streams down. They was letting that stream to the world, man. And the man was getting cheated and beaten and bludgeoned. Like the man got cheated on worldwide stage. He got hit with something, got a dent in his head. The man gloves was not on. Any other fighter would have been barred from fighting, and the fight would have been overturned. not Fury, not Wilder. It was watching him get beat down. They was like it was they buck break them. They was trying to buck break Wilder. That's what it was. They was trying to break the black man in public. That's what they was doing. I hate to say it like that, but that's what they did. But
Nah,
guess,
that's what it is. I
but guess
don't be
what?
caring about the, you know
Wilder
what I'm
didn't
saying?
break though. Wilder still him. He didn't break. He still about it. He still with whatever. And he still know the only way that man won was the beat, was the cheat. Oh, hen dog, my birthday February 26th, and my wife is February 14th. And my youngest son, his birthday February 16th. But yeah. So yeah, I'ma always salute Wilder. That's why I hope. That's why we all need to push that. Like all the content creators, we need to push that Wilder and Ngannou and don't let that AJ shit pop off. And that way Wilder can get his bag, bro. Because if not, they're gonna try to let that devil Eddie Hearn steal that shit. That's all he is a
Yeah.
holy devil, bro.
See,
Eddie Hearn be doing that
what
devil
they
stuff.
what they can do is they can go at, see this is the thing because they try to, like you said, they try to take them. And I'm not saying shame them. I'm not saying shame them because you know you're a black guy as well. But we can put the pressure on AJ. Your only option is Wilder. I don't care what nobody else. Your option is Wilder. Wilder got other options because you know he already fought Tyson Fury. They not looking for him. Usyk already looked like he don't want to fight Wilder. So
It
he
does.
has options. AJ don't really have options. You trying to fight Ngannou, nigga, fight Wilder. If you ain't fighting Wilder, I don't want to see your stuff. That's how I'm coming at it.
AJ got
Straight up.
PTSD, man. Like AJ, no, he does, bro. Like, and that's why I say, like, once a fighter done lost his edge, and AJ's done lost his edge, he's just shielding himself. Like once a fighter loses their edge, they're not the same. They become like beatable. See, when a fighter first started, that's why it's also important for a fighter with that O. Brock Howard, salute King. When a fighter has that O means something. It means that you ain't lost, that you perfect right now. But once that O go, that shows that somebody has figured you out, that you're not invincible no more, that you're not perfect. And then once you're not perfect no more, that shows that you have weaknesses.
Yeah.
Hey, Teach. Usyk, the one that called Wilder out, Teach before the Hellenius fight. Because Usyk knows if he fights Wilder, that's his biggest payday. People forget that Wilder is a payday machine. Wilder he's the most exciting boxer in heavyweight fighting. Wilder brings the noise. And if you see Wilder, you know Wilder is going to give you what you want to see. You know it's going to be a knockout in that fight. You know somebody going to sleep. And Wilder, he showed us that he would die on his shield. And that right
Yeah.
there, I got the utmost respect for him for that. Because not only will he knock you out, he'll go to sleep if he can't do it. And that right there, that takes guts. It takes heart. This man
And he was
said,
openly calling out the guys that people was afraid of at that time. Like people forget about Povetkin was a beast at that time, quote unquote. And
yeah,
then they was trying to shame Wilder, saying he dug, and Wilder said, "Come on." Povetkin took he took the steroids and shit, and then got caught. He was willing to fight Luis Ortiz. He was willing to fight Klitschko. Wilder was calling out Klitschko, but they wasn't giving him credit for that. They wasn't saying nothing about it. Wilder was open to call out all these guys.
Wilder was
Chris
called out.
Arreola.
Look,
He been calling out Chris Arreola. I remember all that shit.
Wilder called out Klitschko. Wilder was calling out Charles Martin was supposed to fight Wilder, but Eddie and AJ stole that fight from Wilder. Like
Yep.
Eddie and AJ, they make it a business of stealing Wilder's fights because they took the Chris Martin fight, the Charles Martin fight from him. Because Wilder was supposed to go for that fight right there with Charles Martin because they was on the same company, but AJ and them they offered Charles Martin eight-figure payday. I think it was like 10 million. So he took that fight from him, right? They took the daggone Joseph Parker fight from him. So they've been taking all these fights from Wilder, but they won't get in the ring with Wilder. So I was thinking, you keep taking these fights, you must be preparing a showdown. And see, AJ versus Wilder, that fight could have did so much, but he sat there and went ahead and got knocked off by Andy fucking Ruiz, bro. Like
Yep.
he ruined the bag. Like you ruined the bag. But I felt like AJ was scared of Wilder from the jump. Like for
Yeah.
real. For real.
After he got beat by Andrew Ruiz, he said, "I wish it was Wilder." Well, come on, now. What type of coward shit is that?
Yeah. Like
What type of coward? That's you boy crazy, man.
especially when Wilder went and got the 50 mil. Like he went to Al Heyman in there, right? Al Heyman was willing to back the 50 million up to pay AJ. And Eddie Hearn and them, the LDBC made a video and they caught Eddie Hearn in his lies. Because like they was willing, man, don't you know Al Heyman was willing to get the money together to have them fight? Because Al Heyman, he ain't in the business of losing money. And they was willing to put up 50 million so AJ could fight Wilder. And they would have gave AJ his 50 million, and whatever they sold on the back end, that's what Wilder would have got for his cut. You feel what I'm saying? And when they did this, and when they did it, then Eddie Hearn wanted to back out the deal. And he wanted to say, how the hell did Wilder get 50 million? And is it verified and all that right there? It wasn't no city of the contract. It was, I didn't say that. And then I'm just saying, it's a lot of fights we didn't get. And I still would want to see the AJ versus Wilder fight now, even though he's a shell of himself. Just because I felt like it left a bad taste in our mouth because we didn't get it. And it's crazy because it's been a lot. Like I wanted Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis. But Riddick Bowe got his ass whooped by Lennox Lewis so bad in the Olympics, he said he wasn't going back for that. And it's a funny story about that, right? Because Riddick Bowe was bad mother on the
That was
UFC
a
tape.
bad motherfucker.
They say Lennox Lewis walked into the dressing room, and they said Lennox Lewis walked up and was like, "Who is the heavyweight champion for the United States?" And they said, I think Floyd and all them, they said they pointed to Bowe. They said Lennox walked up to Bowe and said, "I'm gonna knock you the fuck out." He said that to Bowe. They said Bowe was over there training. They said he made a little smirk, but they say Bowe stopped shadow boxing and everything, right? They went to the ring. They watched the fight, and they said Lennox Lewis knocked him the fuck out. And ever since then, like that was what was crazy. Like that man sat there and told him what he was going to do, and did it, and he took Riddick Bowe's heart. And so when it was time for Riddick Bowe to fight that man in the pros, Riddick Bowe threw that thing in the trash can, man. He said, "I ain't
I
going
ain't
to."
never even know that. Damn.
Yeah, you remember when Riddick Bowe threw his belt in the trash can when he was supposed to fight
No, I'm
Lennox?
talking about. I ain't know that story about that happened in the Olympics. I didn't know that. That
Exactly,
shit crazy.
Rod Walker. Rod Walker said Lennox. I mean, he threw that shit in the belt in terror. You damn right he did. Riddick Bowe said, "Hell nah." He had a flashback of going to sleep in the Olympics. And it's hard to go to sleep in the Olympics. You got headgear and everything. But that man wasn't playing Game Time Future. Game Time Future. It is an excuse. We saw that man cheating. And Wilder style can beat him. His style beat him twice. Let's go back and count them counts. See, I hate when people ignore the fact that the count was a long count. And I keep it 100 Game Time Future. The count was long. We can go back and count it on here tomorrow. We'll put it up here and do the count tomorrow on both fights. Plus, we ignore the fact that Jack Reese got there hollering in that man's face, telling him to get up. Yep. But it's okay. A lot of people be in denial. Like I tell you, boy, they can't stand to see our greatness. So they got to tell ourselves. Like I said, it was a public display of a man being assaulted by a deadly weapon. Game time. If he can't beat him, how he get a dent in his head? Like Tyson Fury ain't never hit that hard. What did he do to put a dent in Deontay Wilder's head? And how was he bending his gloves at the wrist, punching from the wrist? How did we see his fist come out the wrist of the gloves? Game time. These are all questions. If you can answer that, then I can tell you. Then I can say no, Fury can't beat. Wilder can't beat him. But like I tell you, Wilder's not that good. We seen Wilder get beat by Otto Wallin, another fighter as well, and we just seen what Ngannou was doing. We seen what Ngannou's doing, and this is a man that doesn't box. So that shows you Fury is not really an elite fighter. He's a great grappler. He's a great wrestler. He wrestles his opponents. He gets them tired. Then he leans on them. And he uses his weight to his advantage. That is Fury's fighting style. This is the same Fury that Big Baby Anderson knocked out. This is something Big Baby Anderson knocked him out in training camp. This man had to fly back to England, lied to the reporters and said he had COVID. He had F.A. Jabba and Joseph Parker in the training camp. They said they didn't know about the COVID. But Tyson Fury had to go back to England and get his do-it fluid. He had to get his juice. And that's a reported fact because he came back and he had that boar meat in his system. And not only was it a boar, but it was an extinct boar. A boar that hadn't been running around for years, but it was in his system. But you're right. His style's so great, Deontay can't beat it. It's because Deontay's a clean fighter. That's why. And see, I hate when people sit there and do that, be like, oh, he couldn't win and all this right there. But y'all leave out the facts or the circumstances of how he won. Like, damn, if we're going to tell it, let's tell it all, man. Let's tell it all. And then when y'all friend, he gets beat down by an inexperienced fighter, first thing y'all do is bring Deontay Wilder up. Like, Deontay Wilder wasn't in that fight this weekend. So why is Deontay Wilder being brought up to assuage the failure in which Tyson Fury put on? So he gets his ass whooped. He cheats blatantly trying to throw an elbow. And see, that's what he did Wilder. Cheated in front of the world. But because Francis Ngannou took it, y'all trying to make excuses for that one. But he threw a sharp elbow at Ngannou. It wasn't even a punch. That was a straight elbow. He had his arm folded at his chest when he threw it. Wilder was catching them all fight. But see, Wilder's not trained to catch elbows like an MMA fighter. So they affected him a lot differently. But we ain't going to talk about that. And that's what I be talking about, the narratives you be pushing. It's always a narrative. Like, we didn't just see what really happened. And they're going to tell us what happened. And they do that all the time. And see, I get tired of that. I just get tired of it. Because just like we got Bill Haney, and I'm not going on Bill Haney, I'm just saying. Like Bill Haney telling us that he can still make the Tank fight, but he's locked in negotiation. Well, no, he's locked in the contract to fight for that second round of the belt. Him and Kambosos is locked in a legal battle, a legally binding contract for a rematch. And he got on ETB show, and tried to lie to us that they can take any fight that they want to. But they had the Kambosos fight and the Lomachenko fight back to back lined up. Just like he also came out and just said the other day that he and Devin chose Regis. They said they wanted Regis. T. Will, salute, King. They said they wanted Regis before the Zorilla fight. So if you chose Regis before the Zorilla fight, so that contract to Shakur and everything was really null and void because you chose Regis before the Zorilla fight, basically, right? So you was just putting on a show for that contract, basically. Now, I'm not trying to start no trouble or ruffle feathers. I'm just answering what he said. He said that they chose Regis before the Zorilla fight. And so that's before Tank came home as well. So y'all had already chose Regis, and y'all knew y'all was going to 140 before all this even happened. Basically, is what they're saying. But people ain't catching that though, did they? Did you catch that bullet?
Yeah, I seen it.
So you
I
heard what
seen
he
it.
said. They chose Regis a while ago, right?
Yeah, I was following the timeline the whole time. I knew that. That's why I was. That's why, like you said, I ain't trying to get into that with the Shakur and Dare thing because I still feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem. Ada, sit down, mama, sit down. We got to cross the road. I don't have no problem with nobody feeling Devin bucked or all that. I don't even be caring. You know, I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready for to see what happens. But I know you going over the timeline of they chose Regis, and I felt like that as well. And I felt like to me, because y'all look at it opposite. I felt like they called Shakur bluff, but y'all feel like Shakur them called they bluff. You know, so
Yeah, I do because I felt like he Shakur said I want 50-50, but I'll take whatever the sanctioning bodies give me. So that was him agreeing to take whatever the white man, the man in charge do instead of letting Devin dictate it. He said, I'm gonna let somebody in charge dictate it. That way you won't shit me and I can't shit you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a legal moderator say what it's worth. And if Devin would have kept it real, he had 4 belts, right? So with him having 4 belts, they would not have gave Shakur over 30%. You can look that up. With Devin being an undisputed champion, if I don't know if it was WBC or WBO, but one of them, most of them give out 25%. Only one of them give out 30. I'm pretty sure Shakur would have been 30 or 25%. Hey, just do. Shakur said that he wanted 50-50, but he said he'd take whatever they give him, the sanctioning bodies. But he wasn't saying they got to give me 50-50. He was saying where he felt like he was worth in the fight was 50-50, but whatever the sanctioning bodies say, that's what he would go with. That's what he said, just do. Like, he wasn't saying I got to get 50-50. Exactly, Zena. Steven Espinosa, when Steven Espinosa tried to make a tank fight with Devin and them, they said they already had something because they already knew they had the Regis Prograis fight.
I'm trying to listen. Well, y'all believe that. I feel like Devin approached Tank Team. Tank Team said no.
No,
That's how I feel.
Steven Espinosa is Tank's manager. Tank signed with Showtime, bro. And
Yeah.
Steven Espinosa reached out. He got the documents. He reached out. Steven Espinosa said he reached out for the fight. And Bill even admitted it.
Ada, sit down.
Bill even admitted it. But Steven Espinosa reached out to them before the Regis fight. And Bill and them said they had another route. And as soon as that happened, 2 days later, they announced the Regis fight. So they had already, Steven Espinosa already reached out to them. Tank team don't make no decisions. It's Tank and Steven Espinosa.
That's what I'm telling you. Devin talked to Steven Espinosa. Talked to Floyd. Steven Espinosa said on the interview, he said that they acknowledge Devin Haney has a lot on his plate. He never said Devin went away from the fight. They never said that.
No, he
I,
said no. He said Devin and his team said that they have another route. They going another route. That's what
I
they
ain't
said.
hear that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm
I'm
saying I didn't hear that, but we all interpret things differently. You know what I'm saying?
no. I'm gonna get the Steve. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna get the Steven Espinosa interview where he said that Devin and his team went another route because Steven Espinosa is where Tank is signed to, and Tank and Steven Espinosa was reaching out to set up a fight with Devin Haney. And Devin and his team said they had another thing. They had prior engagements. And 2 days later,
Put it down. Put it down.
B Dog said, "Why would you think Devin approached him if he never said he did?" Yes, he did.
He did say that. Bill's this the thing. Bill says I've been said this before. Bill said this like right after the Loma fight. Bill said that he talked to Leonard Ellerby. He was in an interview with a guy on another channel. I'm not even gonna say the name. He said he talked to Leonard Ellerby. Devin went to talk to Steven. Devin went to talk to Floyd. He said about trying to set up a fight. And then he said, when he was saying, I ain't see no paperwork or something,
When
all
was,
the other stuff.
when was the Zorilla fight, bro? What was the date of the Zorilla fight?
I don't know about heart. I gotta look it up.
It was the Zorilla fight was around the Loma fight, right?
It happened like I think a week or two after the Loma fight.
Okay, it happened a week or two after the fight, right?
Yeah.
Devin and Bill said they chose him before the Zorilla fight. That's why they was
Yeah, they was looking at him. Yeah.
that's why they was at the Zorilla fight. You feel me? They had already chose Regis. They had chose Regis before Zorilla. That's why they was at the Zorilla fight. So they could have came to tanking them at the Loma because, like they said, the timelines don't match. They had already had Regis picked out.
Yeah, no, they was looking at him, but when fighters setting up fights, like people know, Devin is his own promoter. You don't just look at one fight; you look at multiple fights. But like I said, I know, like I interpret it my way.
But
You know,
before the Zorilla fight, Regis had just came back to the zone, right?
huh? Yeah,
You
yeah,
know why? I felt like they put that in motion to get Regis on the zone so he could fight Devin. That was one of the perks because Regis wanted to come to PBC. Thomas Hill, why you drop off, bro?
yeah. Hop back up here, Tommy. It's
Z-
all love, family.
Zena said on Twitter that Devin said he didn't. On Twitter said he didn't. He didn't approach Tank and them.
No, he said I never had a conversation with Al Heyman. He was trolling because people was talking stuff. He said that I don't know, nobody know who Al Heyman is or something like that. He never sat there and just said, "Oh, I didn't have conversations with them." He never said that. Like I said, people interpret stuff how they want. I'm not even mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Shout
said,
out to my guy.
I hope nobody don't get mad at me.
Shout out to my guy Zena with the first pair of rims that I had on my car, some dubs. He said Bob Reason, Eddie Hearn, and Espinosa all saying the same thing. He chose Regis before the Loma fight per Regis. He was never interested in Tank or Shakur. Everyone lying on Devin. This is not an option. It's a fact. Exactly. That's what I was saying. He chose him before Loma. That's why Regis.
Hey,
That's why I was trying to bring the fact to you that that's the reason why Regis signed back to the zone to get the Devin fight.
go sit down, baby. Go sit down.
Eddie Hearns always said that Devin was coming back, but
Yeah.
that's why he went. He couldn't really put it out there because he was doing his top rank thing. But Devin knew he was coming back, and they got Regis over there to feed him to Devin. That's what they was doing. They was preparing for the 140 jump. And I'm gonna tell you how I know he was preparing for the 140 jump because Blu-ray made a mistake and let something slip. He sat there and said, "Well, before everybody was trying to knock my door down and trying to work with me and saying before they hit 140 they was gonna holler at me. Now they planning to go to 140, and they don't even give me a call. Now they got these funky ass little belts. So see, Zena said Church said it on video, and that's Devin's team.
Well, people like to use all the background characters and stuff to talk for Devin, but they don't use what Coach Calvin say to talk for Tank. It's cool though.
What did Coach
Like I said,
Calvin
I'm not,
say?
huh?
What did
They
Coach?
said Coach Calvin said they freezing Devin not because they too disrespectful. They not fighting Devin. Coach
Yeah,
Calvin been saying stuff like
Coach
that
Calvin said that, but then after Coach Calvin said that, Tank said I'm fighting Devin and Shakur. So
recently.
Tank
Recently,
overrode, huh?
all that happened just recently. I'm talking about the time frame of before. All
No,
this happened
before
just recently.
they flipped a coin for Devin and Shakur. So how was he gonna freeze him out?
Yeah,
They flipped the coin for both.
it, yeah, letting on Shakur. But I'm talking about before that coin flip situation. Coach Calvin was been saying, "Oh, we not fighting," because y'all know Bill Haney was. I admit, Bill Haney was a little bit out. He was out of order with the the stuff. He was going hard trying to antagonize Tank. I know this.
But Tank told him also finish up with that Camboso in your contract, and we can get it on. So Tank had already told him when he finished that contract with Top Rank, we can get it
Yeah,
in. And J.A. Dixon said, Calvin said, if it was up to me, we were freezing. That's what he said. But it
yeah.
wasn't up to Coach Calvin. It wasn't up to Coach Calvin. It was up to Tank and Steven Espinosa.
And Steven Espinosa also said in that same interview, though, he said, we haven't even talked to Tank Davis about a fight. We're not focused on Tank Davis having a fight. We're focused on Tank getting back right with his family. So how could he try to set up a Devin fight if he said in that same interview that they're not even looking at setting up a fight for Tank? They looking at trying to have. That's why I read things on my own, and I feel like Devin approached them. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can feel how y'all feel.
That's why Steven Espinosa went ahead and said the hell with it and tried to approach that team because Tank said he was trying to get one more fight in before the year. And Devin had just had that Loma fight, and Tank wanted action. Tank told them to set that fight up. Tank told them to try to set that fight up, and they tried to. And that's when Steven Espinosa came back and said they going another route. And that route that they was going is the route that they had been in motion with the Regis. The reason why Eddie Hearn signed Regis back to the zone and was trying to give him a different fight than Zorilla. But the fight that he had, the dude that he was supposed to fight to look good against couldn't make the fight, so they had to put
Yeah, he couldn't
Zorilla
make
in.
the fight.
Huh?
No, I was agreeing with you. The dude pulled out the fight or something. Like he
Yeah.
got hurt or something like that, ain't it?
Yeah, so then he had to fight Zorilla. And Zorilla did, because the first person he was supposed to fight was a cakewalk. But then
Yeah.
Zorilla was a lot different. And so, he didn't train as good as that, but he still pulled through though.
Like I said, I ain't even tripping over it. I'm gonna say this: everything will be answered. After Devin Haney fight Regis on December 9th. After he
Yeah,
fight Regis on
Steven
December 9th,
Espinosa,
we're gonna see. We're gonna see
he
who try
did
to
say that.
approach who.
Hold on. Yes, Zane, he did say the door was open for Haney. Steven Espinosa wanted to make that fight for real. Especially when they seen that Loma fight. They were sitting there saying, if Tank hit them with them things that Loma hit them with, it won't be much of a fight.
I can't wait till after December 9th. We're gonna see who approaching who.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just want to see them go ahead and fight. All this bill cap and all this
Yeah,
different stuff.
yeah. When Devin beat these guys, not just Tank. When Devin beat Tank, when Devin beat Shakur, when Devin beat all these other guys, y'all gonna see.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if Devin beat all them guys, I would dedicate my channel to Devin Haney.
Nah, you ain't gotta do all that. Nah, because
No,
I know
no,
you're a real boxing,
no, listen.
head, like I said.
If Devin beats all those guys, I will label him one of the all-time greatest, and I would have to dedicate my channel to him because I didn't see it. And I didn't see it. And if Devin beats Shakur and Tank and Regis, he's an all-time great. Period. You got to put him up there with Floyd already. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think he has this. Honestly, I don't think Devin has the skill set to beat Shakur or Tank. Really, and unless he can get his pop up, he definitely ain't gonna be in there with Tank. Because Tank has the ability to end the game, end the fight in one move.
And you know what? I respect your opinion. See, I'm not one of the guys that's going, oh, you lying, and I'm not doing that because I don't have no problem with nobody feeling like Tank gonna win. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm
And
just
I have no
saying,
problem with you feeling like Devin.
yeah,
That's why I said I can
exactly,
see it.
exactly. I'm just ready
Oh,
to
we
see
got
it.
to see the fight. We got to see the fights.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, if Devin does do it, I have to label him an all-time great. Because that would be an all-time great display. All-time great. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
All of you guys are elite uh fighters, regardless. So, they all
mhm.
deserve respect in terms of their fighting ability. Like y'all can talk crap about Devin moves, we can talk crap about Tank moves, and we all can talk crap about Shakur moves. But in all reality, all these guys can fight their ass off, man. So
Yeah.
you know,
I want to see them fight each other at their best weight.
yes,
At the
yes,
best.
140. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see.
I would love to see it at 140 just so it won't be
No excuses. Exactly.
Al Boogie,
No excuse.
King, the netters. Listen, yeah, I want to see them at their best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want it to be like that rehydration clause with Ryan. I want it to be no excuses. Everybody at their best, and we see who get it popping. That's
Yeah.
the way I want it. If I can get it like that, it ain't no problem. May the best man win. And see, my guy Earl, he lost to Terrence. And anybody can see that Earl wasn't the right Earl. But guess what? Terrence
Hmm.
won. I can't take nothing away from Terrence until they get back in there and fight it again.
Yeah.
But
And
until
I'm going for Earl in the rematch.
yeah, it wasn't. But Earl got his ass in that ring. So when Earl getting his ass in that ring, he gets what comes with it. He got his ass whooped.
No, I said, and I'm going for Earl in the rematch. Like I agree with everything you're
Oh
saying.
yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
for Earl in the rematch for sure. That's my boy.
yeah. I'm gonna go for
Hell
Earl.
yeah.
I'm gonna go for Earl in the rematch again. I just hope
Goddamn right.
better showing because I mean that's my fighter. Just like Roy. Roy took me down a long slope of ass whoopings, but I remember all the good the whoopings he gave out. He just, Roy just succumbed to his body. If Roy had some fundamentals, he'd be crazy. Yes, Zena. I hope I hope we get at least one of them fights out of that, Zena.
Well, there should be no excuse for Tank to fight Shakur, because they both at 135. And there ain't no stipulation of coming to 140 and all that. And it ain't no none of that. Oh, Shakur already said Tank the A side as well. That's what I also be trying to tell people to push. Let's push this Tank versus Shakur smoke as well. You need to fight both of them, not just what I'm saying. But I want the Devin fight for sure. But there's other guys for this guy to fight.
Yeah, I want to see all those fights too, bro. But some way, somehow, I feel like we might not get all them fights. But I'm hoping that the money. I'm hoping that the money. I'm hoping that the money pushes it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
feel like honestly, I feel like some of these fights we won't get until somebody takes a loss. And that's just how I feel.
probably.
I feel like once a fighter take a loss, then they'll feel more inclined to risk it.
Yeah, because they already done got rid of that pressure
Like
of not losing.
You see when Keith Thurman finally got his loss, and then he started calling out Earl and Crawford in them.
That's my boy. He kind of let me down when how he was ducking Earl.
Exactly.
That's
I was a
that was my
Thurman
boy.
fan. I was a Thurman fan and a Spence fan.
Yeah, me too. Thurman from Florida. That's where I'm from. I was a big Thurman fan there, and I seen it. I'm like, man, this shit crazy.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
man.
used to stay in West Palm County. So, I was rocking with Thurman as well, but I can't rock with that duck. I can't rock with the duck. Because across that bridge at West Palm County, we don't duck nothing. We don't duck them boys from Miami. We don't duck none of that. Because we right across the bridge from Miami. West Palm County, Little Haiti. But Keith Thurman, he wasn't trying to get that smoke. Like, and what's crazy though, he ducked that Earl smoke and he got that Pacquiao bag. But that Earl bag probably would have been bigger, if you think about it. Because Earl did bigger numbers with Ugas than Pacquiao did with Ugas. And people was wanting that Earl bag, that Earl versus Thurman honestly, since 2015 when Floyd tried to get him to fight. And he talking about we
Yeah,
trying to set him up. Hey, Danita, we across that bridge though, West Palm County, Palm Beach. West Palm County. We ain't the 305, the MIAO, the 305, 786, whatever they call it. Don't they got the 706 area code? I mean, the 786 area code in Miami too?
I don't know. I'm from Broward, 954.
Yeah, I figured you was from Broward. I used to call you Opalaka. I mean, no, that's I be calling Aka Opalaka.
Yeah,
You from that Broward County? You up there with Young and Ace now?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, Thomas Hill, I need you to get up here and do my closing. You gonna do my closing for me, Thomas Hill? That's my OG. And welcome to everybody that came through today. I appreciate y'all. Key said she'll be back either tomorrow or Friday. She has a busy week going on.
Hmm.
She gotta get her deadline in. But I'm seeing my man Thomas Hill gonna come up here and do my closing. Yeah, it is. Okay, Danita, I thought it was 786. Hey, Stank, bring my pad down here. My tablet. Because I don't know if Danita rinsed up, and I need to make sure she rinsed up before I log off. Make everybody rinsed up. But I appreciate everybody for coming through today. I guess Dr. Mark, peace and blessings. Just do. Peace and blessings, just do. I guess Thomas Hill ain't gonna come up here and do my closing, but I appreciate everybody for coming out here tonight. Y'all make sure y'all check out my guy, Just Do. He about to give us y'all Just Do a boxing. Let me get Danita right real quick. Okay, got her right. And yeah, y'all know how we end. I ain't as good at words with like key at the end, but I'll see y'all here the same time tomorrow. Hey, Thomas Hill, are you gonna come up here and close out the show or what, bro? Peace and blessings, Rod Walker, Jonathan Park, Ariana, Zenith, 360, Ari, Al Booty, Hendo, Rod Walker, B Dog.
Sit down for me, Ben. I'm coming.
Nah, Thomas said I was asking you to get up here and give out the closing message.
Want me to get my last word up?
Yeah, you can get your last words, bro.
All right, man. Salute to everybody that came, in the building. As always, man, there's always respect and love for me. I know we get heated and stuff, but I promise you, bro, I don't take it to heart. I still feel how I feel, and I don't mind y'all feeling how y'all feel. We all entitled to our opinion. But at the end of the day, God bless us all. I hope us all be safe, kiss your wives, your husbands, your babies, and be blessed out here.
All right. That was a good closing. I'm sitting here laughing at Zenith in the building, him and Jonathan Parks going at it, but y'all know how we doing. I guess Zenith and Jonathan Parks, they got that smoke.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK to anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want none.
I got all those chicks, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can just leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason.